This is so nasty. I hate touching meat.
Can I insult the egg? Is that
Shake
kind of
the
same?
egg.
Is that the same as? Come on, egg! Come on!
Ew, he's manhandling.
Don't mind the manhandling. Then there's a pool
No,
of
it
oil.
looks so weird. Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube Family! And today we're doing another mystery bake-off for Audrey. It's going to be David and Audrey again instead of the boys probably until they're out of school. It's going to be David and Audrey. So maybe in the summer we'll have Jake and Ty do a mystery bake-off. Today, in honor of David.
I'm a little hyper taste because I drank a Mountain Dew. It's the first one I've had in a week, so I've been trying to get off of it. And now I might be a little hyper.
Why did you get back on? We're trying not to drink soda and eat out anymore. So these bake-offs help a lot.
The eat out rule.
Yeah, Audrey and I ate out. Did not have soda though. We had lemonade and David had a soda today. So we both broke our rules. But Audrey and I had to run a bunch of errands in town. So we were starving. Anyway, in honor of David, because David has been watching what?
The British Bake Off show. I love Paul and Prue. I think they do a fantastic job.
So in honor of that, we are doing a mini Great British Bake Off today. It's a mystery bake off. They don't know what they're gonna make, and they have to use British measurements, not US measurements for these recipes.
Measurements from the rest of the world because the United States
That's
decided,
true.
hey, let's get
We're the
our own
losers.
platform.
Just kidding, we're not losers, but we're the ones that
just take a
we did. We made up our own because why not? So they're gonna use the other measurements and they're gonna try to make these recipes. They have no idea what they're making. I'll tell them the names at the end. They're not going to try to guess what they're making on this show today because they'll never guess. David, however, will because he already looked at his recipe and
I know exactly what it is. And it's funny because I didn't know the theme of this at all. And so when I started reading the ingredients, I'm like, hey, this is on the British Breakup show.
I didn't know.
I just watched that episode like last week. Katie was asleep, so I know she didn't see
so
it.
I didn't know that they already
saw it.
made this and he knows what this is. I've never heard of these recipes.
And Paul loves this one. So hopefully I do a good job and I'm in the favor of Paul. If not,
which will be Jake. Jake will represent Paul and Ty will represent Prude.
So the first thing I had to do was preheat our American hot oven to 220 degrees Celsius. We don't measure in Celsius, so I had to ask Siri. Now we are going to use four tablespoons. Wow, we're not doing grams or anything. Oh, you don't keep yours in the same spot I do mine.
isn't it crazy? Like America decided to play by its own rules like football. Everywhere else in the world, football is soccer. But we decided to make football. But yet we don't use our feet. It's thrown with your hands. Sometimes only when you kick for the extra point do you get football with your foot. It just makes no sense. But this is awesome. I don't know what this is called, but it's something like a meat sausage and a puff pastry. So you'll take a puff pastry, which we're not gonna make from scratch, but this is gonna be close enough. In our supermarket, we didn't have British sausage meat, so we have Italian, or we have what I'm going to assume this is American because it doesn't say. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of both. Because I figure if we take a little bit of American, a little bit of Italian, maybe we might find somewhere down the genealogy British.
This is so nasty. I hate touching meat.
Our recipe calls for a 1/3 cup of mature cheddar cheese. Here in the States, we don't call it mature. You're either sharp, medium, or extra sharp. So I'm gonna assume medium is mature.
Well, extra
that's what
sharp
I'm
would
using.
be more aged, more
Yeah, I guess.
mature.
I guess
We call it aged. We don't call it mature.
My recipe also calls for 1 beaten egg. So I don't know what that means in British terms. Can I insult the egg? Is that kind of the same?
egg.
Is that the same as? Come on, egg! Come on! You're not even oval. You're egg-shaped.
Okay, I think it's ready to go in the oven.
That's probably a 1/3 cup of cheese, don't you think?
Do I need to put the top on?
Of mature.
You guys can't ask me anything.
say to.
Does Prude and what's his name, Paul, help out?
Paul Prue. It's not Prude.
Oh, Prude.
It's Prue.
Does Paul and Prude help out?
She's such a
I don't
prude.
think they ever help out. I think they just criticize.
They come
So
over and make jokes. Here's a 1/3 cup. I got plenty. Look at that. I made way too much mature cheese.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
But I'll compensate by beating the egg. I had to preheat my oven to
Stop,
392 degrees because it was 200 degrees Celsius. Do the conversion. Siri said it was 392.
Now I have to get into the whole milliliters and grams situation. I have to break out a scale.
So I'm torn. So I have to come up with 8 ounces of British sausage. So if I do 4 ounces of Italian and 4 ounces of an unknown origin, will that make British? This looks fattier, that looks more lean. So if I put them together, it'll be just right. That's what I'm gonna do. 4 ounces of each.
Okay, now I think I pour it in here. Okay, now I'm gonna do salt bean. That's a pinch, right? Okay, and now I need 6 eggs, and then I'm gonna whisk until it's a thick paste.
Okay, here's mine. It's got all the ingredients in it, which is really cheese, thyme, and that's it. Oh, and the British sausage that I had to make. And then I'm gonna put the puff pastry, I'm gonna roll it out here on my sheet, and then I'm gonna take my beaten egg. That's how you beat the egg. And put it on there, roll it up, and then it goes into my oven, which is exactly at 392, not 90 or 93. It'll just sink and it'll be a mess. So, and then it'll cook. I haven't read that far yet.
I don't know. This does not look appetizing, but you be the judge. Why is it gray?
Because it's starting to cook.
It's half raw right now. It's partially cooked.
Okay, well right now I'm making whatever I'm pouring on top of it. I'm mixing some milk in now to my eggy flour, and then I'm gonna add more water, and then I think we're just gonna pour it on top and add it back in the oven.
So it says unroll the puff pastry sheet and roll out the pastry on a floured work surface. I think I'm just gonna put it on here because this is already pre-made, and what they would be doing in the show is they would actually be making this from scratch, which it looks like a pain in the butt because you have to roll in butter in between and then roll it out, put butter in between, put this stuff, and then you have to put it in the fridge, let it cool, and come out, and if you don't do it right, it just like, and grease gets everywhere. This says to do it in rectangles, so it's kind of already there, right? 6 rectangles. Boom, 1, 2, 3. This will be 3 more. There's flour on it. Or a gooch.
Okay, I think my mystery liquid concoction's done. This reminds me of like when you would go outside to play as a kid and you just make like mud pies, like random, like whatever you find, sticks and leaves, and you mix them together. Like I have no idea. This probably tastes so good. But literally I just feel like I'm mixing random things together. So we've dished from the oven and pouring the batter around the sausages. This looks like I'm making pancakes actually with the sausages. Okay, and now this goes back in the oven for 30 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. So we need to turn down the temperature a little bit.
So my puff pastry is kind of frozen, and I gotta wait for it to thaw out because what I have to do is I have to divide this into 6 equal portions, lay it out lengthwise, and then roll it over and seal it. I gotta brush the egg on, put the sausage in, roll it, and then brush it with the remaining egg, throw it in the oven for 30 minutes, and pray it worked. All right. So I'm gonna have a little excess. When I cut it, you'll be able to see the sausages. So now you take and you roll the puff pastry around.
Your sausage is too thick.
Now you can just spread it out. See, it works. Just spread it until you can close it.
Ew, he's manhandling.
Don't mind the manhandling.
Ew.
Here's the secret. You take your thumbs and press it. Like that, and it does a nice seal. I got to take my egg wash. Hope I've got enough beaten egg.
Also, please no one take offense to this accent.
Yeah, my accent's horrible. I'm trying though. I'm trying.
He truly loves that show, so
I do love that show.
he's not trying to make fun of it. He's doing his best to like imitate
It's
it.
not working.
He's trying.
He's trying his best.
There's the final, before it goes in the oven, there's proof.
That's all you have to do before you put it in?
That's it.
That's all it said?
I think so. Place and, yep, that's it. 30 minutes. Okay, I just pulled mine out of the oven. I already can hear Paul tell me right now that he's gonna deduct points because I didn't seal the pastry, the puff pastry well enough. So only a couple of them actually have good presentation. He's gonna say, that looks like garbage, that looks like crap.
Hey, as long as it tastes good, that's all that matters.
So if I was on the show, I'd only put this one and this one out. The rest I wouldn't. But I'm hoping they're done. They look done. and I hope they're tasty.
We left mine in longer because it was not solidifying, so let's see if it's done. Why is it delicious?
Why is all the sausage on that side and there's a pool of
It
oil?
looks so weird.
Why doesn't it look baked right?
What did you do?
It stayed in longer though, right?
It did, and we turned the heat up. All right, let's call in our judges.
Okay, here is our
There's
judges, and
ours.
here is our food.
Yum. I see that there's 2 dishes. Where's the third one?
It's just 2 today.
There's 2 that did a bake-off.
It's a head-to-head bake-off.
Okay, so,
So now that we finally made it, what are we eating?
okay, we're gonna start with Audrey's,
Which one
and the
is that?
judges are gonna judge it based on the photo on the recipe that it came with. Audrey ended up making toad in the hole.
I'm good.
Toad in the hole.
Toad in the hole.
What?
That's the name of yours.
Is this one
And
Audrey's?
this is what hers is supposed to look like.
It does not look
It
like
does not look like that.
Okay,
That's what it looks like.
That looks a little bit
to be
more
fair, they didn't tell me how to rearrange it. They
I don't
just
know
said
if I
check
like
it in.
yours.
I think you need to cook it more.
You want to
Good.
pop it in the oven while we cook?
Now that we know
while
what
eat
that
ours?
looks like, that needs to go back in the
Yeah, that
oven.
needs to go back in.
It's like spongy.
I think it's meant to be crispy.
Now that you've seen the picture, you can put it back in if you want to, or you
Audrey,
can just go for
I
it.
think
Why did all your toads hang out on the one side?
it needs to be crispy.
What would you
I
rate her
can't
recipe
tell.
right now, judges?
I think this one's winning because I think they
Hers is a
actually
0.
followed the recipe, and this one didn't cook it long enough.
Food poisoning.
I don't think you're meant to have all
Okay,
the oil.
let's dish up
on
some of
top.
Audrey's from the safe side.
Which
Which
is
one?
Oh, which
I
one?
don't
Is that
know.
the non-pool
It's the
side?
the side that has like a little bit of brown.
Okay, the one that has.
Do you think we need to?
Yeah, see, it's meant to be crunchy.
Maybe
That's all I want. That's all I want. No, I did one more than the
I
recommended.
think I'm gonna
amount.
skip on this one.
This is good, Dad. This is good.
skip it.
No.
The sausage doesn't even
No,
look
it's not
cooked.
cooked.
Well, should we pop it back
Yeah.
in? Okay,
Yeah.
let's pop it back in.
I don't
We'll
wanna get
judge
sick.
David's. Are you ready to try David's? So
Yeah.
David
Yes,
made.
that actually
good.
looks
So
good.
is mine called a sausage puff?
Yours is called the Mary Berry Sausage Rolls.
Berry. I don't
Sausage
see no
roll.
berries.
Mary Berry Sausage Rolls. This is what it looks like, boys.
Okay. And you cut it
Yeah,
out.
that looks pretty close, except he cut it into middle.
I cut it into bite-sized
So it's
portions.
supposed to look.
I saw what it looked like before
That.
he cut it up, though. It did not look like that.
Try the Mary Berry Sausage Rolls.
Wow, the crunch.
Mm-hmm. You know, it would be good with butter.
I have butter on it.
Had an egg on it.
Pretty.
Wash.
Oh.
10 out of 10.
What do you rate the way it looks compared to the recipe picture and the taste?
It looks like a 7.5, 8.
8 on the picture. I'll give it a 9 for taste.
Okay.
Give it a 7.
So
or
9, and you said a 7 or a 6?
I say 9.
6 for taste.
Okay. So we're probably around about an 8 now if you dark ties.
I don't like the
points.
taste.
Can we just say I won?
Well, we're gonna come back
It tastes like
and
really
try
soft rolls.
Audrey's. And Audrey's is rebaked.
I get this one.
I'm still good.
Okay, so dish up. Nope, you gotta try some. Everybody dish up.
Oh
Okay,
man, I hope this isn't like bad. That's
try it. Okay, what is your verdict?
It's burning.
It smells good,
no,
but it
no,
does
no.
feel like it's like 500 degrees, so I'm
Because
afraid
it
to
literally
bite it.
just came
So,
out.
it tastes like a pancake with no flavor.
Mine's peely.
Yeah.
It's because it's still in its casing.
This is the sausage casing. Okay, I agree with Ty. The cake is a tasteless pancake.
Yeah, let me try the
But I'm
whole.
afraid to bite this because steam is seriously coming off of it, and I don't want to ruin.
Nibble on it.
You ever burn your mouth and then you can't taste anything for like 3 days? I don't want that
What?
to be mine.
The frog, pretty good. Pretty good.
Is the frog the sausage?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. Okay, the bread is the whole, apparently. No flavor.
No flavor? Really?
Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah, I say the same.
Meh.
Thumbs down.
Wow.
Dang.
But if you like
sad.
this, no offense.
Well, if you like this, obviously yours probably didn't come out looking like this.
Well, David won this challenge.
Yay!
Good job, which is great because he loves the show
Because I
anyway.
watched the show. I have not seen him make this.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.